Mic check, mic check. Is this thing actually on? How do I know? Yo. Oh yeah, it's on. All right, cool, cool, cool. All right, I'm literally going live right now.
You got
Li-
your water taxi pass? We need to head to Gronk.
my battery's low. I'm literally going live right now just to explain um, how I feel about this game. So I recently posted up a video on TikTok talking about how this game was ass, and it got a good amount of comments. Most of the people kind of agreed, but some people didn't agree. Like the people who don't agree are the people who never played the original skate games, and I just want to clarify why I said what I said. So to start off, like the skate mechanics of this game are great. It's definitely an improvement on the previous skate games, and that's always been the case since the release of this game. I've been playing alpha way before it was released to the public. I've been playing it for a while, and the skate mechanics have always been great. I will say I feel like a recent patch kind of like made the skate mechanics feel a little wonky a little bit, but nonetheless the skate mechanics are great. There are a few things that were available in previous skate games that aren't. Uh, Namely, just sketching cars right now isn't available, but the dark side wasn't available. Um, but they added like no complies, which actually was available, and then they added the impossible flip, which is like brand new. But anyways, issue is if you've played Skate 1, 2, and 3, then you understand that the Skate games originally had a very, it wasn't like it had a very cool narrative. Like it had a narrative system where you pretty much, in the first games, you were pretty much skating to become a pro, like a pro or like a skate legend. And every mission you did was a corresponding magazine cover or skate something to add to as you become a skater. And then in the second game, they added, I think you were able to like make your own brand, your own skate company and stuff. And then it was like you're already a legendary skater, but now you have to make a legendary skate brand. And pretty much like it would give you all of these missions to help you get to that end goal, which was to become like right. It was kind of like, in my opinion, kind of like something to like NBA 2K's like franchise mode or my player mode. Like not as in depth, but like skates skates version of that. Like whatever they could manage when they were the company that they were when they were first starting out. It was their version of that. That's not in this game. That's completely gone. There's nothing of the sort in this game at all. In fact, you only do missions in this game in-game currency to buy microtransactions. That's it. It's just so that the game could give you a reason to enter their in-game. That's the whole point of this game. It's Skate Light. It's Skate Light. It's a mobile app that they put onto consoles. That's what this game is. There's no pro skaters. If you ever played Skate 1, 2, and 3, there would be actual pro skaters, like let's say Rob Dyrdek or let's say Nigel Houston or whoever. Not only were they the people giving you the missions, but they were also just freely skating around the map. Like, like how you see multiplayers on the map in here, you would see pro skaters just skating around. Like, it wasn't obviously really them playing, but it was like their avatars or whatever. And it just added so much more atmosphere to the game, completely devoid, like nowhere to be found. And I guess that's understandable because that's probably more of a licensing issue and whatever. I can understand that, but to have that in 1, 2, and 3 and that just be nowhere in this, it's a down. So that's kind of what I'm talking. It's pointless. There's no point to any of the things that I'm doing. I could play this game for about 30 minutes and I'll get really tired and I'll get bored because there's no point. Any mission that I do, yeah, I'll rank up or whatever. I'll unlock more micro or cosmetics or whatever. But any mission that I do, like, there's no point to it. There's no end goal. There's no narrative progression. There's nothing. It's just an opportunity for me to enter the in-game store. So yeah, so that's why I said what I said about the skate game, and I just wanted to make this like quick video to clarify. Um, and I'm gonna post it up on TikTok and stuff. I'll probably keep skating and playing just for anything I can get into, but that's pretty much the gist of it. Like this game, if you played the previous skate games, you'll know this game isn't a continuation of the skate franchise. It's Skate Light. It's a mobile app at best, ported to the consoles. I mean, it feels great to skate around, but when you don't have any real purpose, then that whole it feels great to skate around gets really old. And then the missions, like they're just the same missions over and over again. Like every area has a handful of missions, and you just repeat those missions. And let's say if an area has like 10 missions, out of those 10, maybe 3 or 4 are rotating missions, or at least since the last time I played. So 3 or 4 of those missions will cycle between like another 3 or 4 missions or something. I don't quite understand it, but it's mad repetitive, and there's no like, like other than going into the in-game store. But all right, I'm gonna leave it at. Hopefully I can use that and post that on TikTok, and it won't be too long. But I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna do one of these sequences, like this sequence, do a certain set of tricks in a certain area, and it's probably gonna uh, like set it up as if it's like gonna be a video part in a sense. But in this game, there is no video part at the end of it all. Like in the end of Skate, when you would do these, it would actually create a video part for you. Like you would get an actual video part of you doing these or whatever for this mission, and it would go into your vault of video parts. And like if you understand, hold up. But if you understand skate culture, you're important because like a big part of skate is mirrored. My son's out taking a bath with his mom, so he's acting a fool. But hold on a second, let me fix that word. But but yeah, like a big part of skate culture are the skate parts. Like that's like the skate parts are like a skater's mixtapes. Like if you understand rap and hip hop, a skate part is like a skater's mixtape. They create a montage of them doing and tricks around their local area or traveling around
If
the
you line it
world,
up,
and they
this
release
one ain't
that
so bad.
to the public, and that's how they gain notoriety, and that's how they get signed and sponsored and this, that, and the third. So that's why the original skate games, when you would do this, it would make a skate part for you, and you would be able to watch it back and blah blah blah. Like they give you the tools to make the skate part yourself, like because there is a video feature in this, but it's just not the same. It's not the same because it's not what skate, because even if you make that video part, like it's just your video part to like just kind of hold, like it's not like it doesn't have a corresponding, like you can't add it to like your legacy in within the game, if that makes sense. A big reason why this skate game is the way it is because skate had a like a resurgence a few years ago. I think it was skate 2 had a huge online resurgence because people started doing like insane stuff. You know, when you have a game for so long, you just start doing crazy stuff. People just started doing crazy stuff in that game, like huge stunts and recording it and putting it on the internet, and the resurgence out of nowhere. So that's why a big part of this game, if you'll see online, are like clips of people like riding on the sides of buildings and stuff, because that's really what they that's really what they did. Like I think focused a lot of energy on is like the entire world is skatable. Like from the buildings you see to fucking the ground on the floor. Like it's all skatable. You just have to like know how to traverse it. I think my frame rate I need to change. I don't think it's on 60 frames. Hold on. It is on 60 frames. I guess I'm just lagging. Let me close some stuff. Cause I see it's skipping a little bit. You don't want that in a skate game. You want those 60 frames. All right. But yeah, so like I could tell they definitely made this game like virality in mind more so than anything. But that just kind of goes back to my original point where it's like the game isn't really, it seems like it's more so just made to get people to enter that online store, bro. Like they want you to see the clips of people doing crazy stuff online, and you're like, wow, I want to do crazy stuff the game. And then just to start off and like learn and play, like you do the missions, and then just through the it's lagging so bad, through the normal mission like progression, you go to the store. Like in fact, I think the first mission, one of the goals, it asks you to open up the store. Why is it lagging so bad? Lagging so bad. But yeah, I've like made so many videos about this game because like I haven't released them, but I've made so many videos trying to explain what I'm trying to say. Because so many people, when I go online and say what I say, like I'll get like hate where they're like, "Bro, the point is to just skate," and it's like, "Yo, shut the fuck up!" Like, what are you talking about? You sound dumb. That's not the point of Call of Duty is to shoot. No, it's not. There's a whole world within that game, like outside of just fucking shooting. There's even game modes that don't require you to shoot. Call of Duty is to just shoot. Is it's dumb, you know? So to say that the point of skate is to just skate is equally dumb. Like no, the point is to create a worthwhile gaming experience and then experience that. Like that's the point of the skate game. To create a worthwhile gaming experience and then experience that. I mean, overall, that's the point. Within the game, the point should be they should have created like a my skater. Like how 2K has like a my player. They should have It should have been as in-depth as that, but just for skating. That's what they should have done. Let me try to get this challenge. Hold on. I know I did the first two, but I gotta do them all together. Like I could grind, but to specifically do a 5-0 and a 50-50, it's like, bro, come on, I don't have time for this. Damn. That was hard. Like if someone just did that next to me, I'd probably just hand him my board, like, yo, bro, you need this more than me. Speaking of which, I gotta get a new board. I've been saying that since like 2 weeks ago. I haven't skated in a while. It's been at least a year since I've skated. I used to be relatively pretty good at skating. I stopped because I'm like almost 30 now. So, I mean that, and also like I got a car. I used to skate a lot because of just for transportation. So just for, you know, circumstance of having to get around, I would always be on my board. And then once I got a car, started being more into music and stuff. So like skating wasn't really a priority anymore. Ooh, that would have probably been it. That would have probably been the one. Damn, this shit it's like dropping frames so bad and I cannot understand why. I really can't. So I definitely do have it. Let me see. Let me change the settings. Some platforms might not support streaming at 60 frames, whatever that means. Oh, I can't. I can't change the settings while I'm live. All right. Well, I mean, I don't see any complaints, so it must not be too bad for you guys. But looking at the game and looking at the stream, like it's dropping frames so bad. Damn. All right, that's good enough. I don't need to go all in one sequence. There's no point to do it. There's no point to do it all in one sequence because whether or not I do or don't.
What did I tell you?
See this right here in the original skates. This would be well. First of all, that's another thing. That's another thing too. Do not get me started on this game, bro. So many times because the way the game is set up and like how it's just like so much of a sandbox with the missions, like a lot of the times the replays don't even get the actual trick. Like it just gets whatever happened most recently, which goes even further into my point where it's like because the missions you're doing, they don't really matter. It doesn't really matter if the replay captures the trick or not because who cares? Once you're done with the mission, it's gone unless you go back into the video editor of it because it doesn't matter. The whole point is do the mission, right? So you can get the mission done and you can currency and then go to the store and use the in-game currency. You know, that's the point of the mission. It doesn't have a purpose. In the original skate games, everything you did had a purpose. Like there was a reason and there was no in-game store. Don't get me wrong, I love the in-game store to a degree. Actually, there was an in-game store, but it wasn't there was no microtransactions in it. I love the in-game store to a degree because like it's yeah, like skate definitely needed to go into that direction. Like we're in a capitalistic world. Skate is a industry just as much as it is a hobby or a subculture or whatever you want to call it, or a culture. Because I think skating is more of a culture, not a subculture. But it's all of those things, and that's 100% true. But I understand that that's very commodifiable. Like you can make monetizable. That's very monetizable. Cultures are monetizable. I understand that. You know, monetize away. But if you're gonna do that, right? If you're gonna give me this live for service monetized, you also have to give me a world and narrative worth living in. And that's what I understand today. They think, oh, I could just create a game with really good mechanics and then a live for service model so I can add whatever I want to it along the way. And then, you know, people are just gonna spend all their money in it and all their time in it. And it's like my son's taking a bath with his mom, and he hates taking baths. And it's like, nah, bro, you gotta create a world worth living in. Like they should have, like I say all the time, this game, bro, right? It should have fucking apartments. You should have apartments or a house. You should have your own houses that you could buy, and they should be like separate from this entire map, and it should work as like a hub where you can invite your friends and you can just hang out with your friends as like a chat lobby kind of, but it's in game. It's in like a rundown kind of skater house, and you get to build your own skate park in the backyard, and every single player like gets a base house that's like the basic one that you just start off with, and you can earn more by ranking up and progressing in game, and you could also use real money to buy bigger ones and skip the progression system and just buy a bigger house. And each house has a different sized backyard, and the size of the backyard determines what you can build in it as far as the size of the skate park. And even some already come with like pre-built mega ramps and stuff, and they should do that so that you could have an offline party like space, because now I don't need to come into the game and look for purpose within the missions. I can come into the game and create my own purpose with my friends. But you can't fucking do that in here, because you like the way that they, first of all, like, okay, you can join each other's lobby fine, but then you're still in this world and you still have to do whatever this world gives you. You can't. I mean, I guess you could build stuff, but it's just not the same. If they would give you your own private space and give you like something to say, hey, look at this. This is mine. I own this. I created this, and you won't find anyone else's who's is like this. That's purpose. It gives you purpose within the game. Now your purpose is, hey, I'm gonna go into this game so I can build or rank up and earn stuff to build on to my apartment, to build onto my skate park that I built in this apartment, so I can show my friends and invite people, invite random people to it, and then we could like in-game showcase it. Like, bro, I've been saying that for so long. Like that like something like and I'm saying that because this game right now, it either needs something as simple as that like just that addition adds so much more, because it gives the player like enough to work with where they can kind of build on it themselves and build the game themselves. Otherwise, they have to just create a worthwhile narrative experience, and that means they got to get writers and figure that all out. And I don't expect them to do all that. He hates taking a bath. I don't expect them to do all that, so they could easily circumvent that and just build something like an apartment system. So now we all get our own apartments. All gotta build off of that, and we could showcase them to other people and blah blah blah. Hey, what's up, 6+ Slasher? I'm seeing the messages now. What'd you say? Nah, I mean, I just started, so, and I got off last night pretty early. But I only got on because I put up a video on TikTok, and it did pretty well on Skate, this game I'm playing, and it did surprisingly better than all my other videos. But also, it started like discourse, and I've been having a lot of like strong opinions about this game, and I've been like speaking about it online for a while. But regardless, like, it just gave me the opportunity to make a clip explaining a little bit further. So I just like, you know what, let me just get this out the way, and then I'm gonna edit it in a second. But yeah, because like I said, I've been playing this as the pre-alpha, so I was in the Discord with the developers and whatnot, and I even like put in a suggestion ticket about what I'm saying. Like, I just don't think they understand where I'm coming from. Like, when you say something like an apartment and like something like this, it's like, what are you talking about? But like when you explain it how I'm explaining it, like, it makes sense. Like, give the players something to showcase. And then like they have, like, even in this game, they already have furniture. Like, they have couches and things like that. And it's like the idea is to skate off of it and whatnot, but you could like build an apartment with that, and like it gives players something to like flaunt. It gives flaunt some of these things that they're paying real money for. Like, that's another thing. Like, look at my character. I can only see my character from this view majority of the entire game. So why would I want to pay hard money, real money, for t-shirts and pants and shoes and hats if I can't even see this shit unless I get off my board? That's the only time I can see what I'm wearing. So why would it really matter? Like, that means it's clearly just for the other people. You're getting it so that other people can see what you're wearing. Great. But then there's no way to really showcase that. be like, yo, look at what I'm wearing. Like, yo, look at my clothes. Like, like how in Call of Duty when you inspect a weapon, and then on top of that you inspect the weapon, and then it tells you the attachments on the weapon. Like something similar to that. Like they don't have. What's the point of buying the clothes? Like you got to think about that. Earn money. Why are you paying her money? Like, are you doing it for you or are you doing it for other people? And you can't tell me you're doing it for you if you can't even see the clothes majority of the time when you're skating. You know, and these are things that should have been considered and thought of, especially since Skate 3 was like 10 years ago. Like, there's no way we wait years for this. Like, there's just no way. Like, yes, the skating feels great, but what about the rest of the game? And this is probably the last point. And obviously I can't fit this all in my little TikTok that I'm gonna make, but this is the last point too. I absolutely despise how the player just ragdolls when he falls. I cannot stand that. And there's like an in-game lore reason, but it still doesn't make sense. Like the in-game lore is so there's this drug in-game, right? And I forget what it's called, but there's some in-game drug that all the skaters are using, and it pretty much makes them rubber. Like it makes their body rubber, so whenever they fall, they don't take any damage. Like they just don't get hurt. And that's why they're able to do like the death-defying stunts where like you're just meant to fall and they don't get hurt is because they're made of rubber because they're all on that drug. Which don't get me started on that because that right there is just so much, and there's just so much there and so much not there at the same time. Number one, like like you can tell that like here it is. This is the name of the drug. It's called Impervatec. Like number one, you can tell that like they want this to be a part of the game, but they also don't because it's a drug and like they're not trying to promote drug use. But like also it's such a major plot point of the game. Ever see the person take the drug? You can't like take the drug yourself, like press a button to turn it on or off or anything like that. It's just something that the skaters just they're just all on, I guess, right? So that's why when you fall, you just ragdoll because it doesn't matter if you hurt yourself. You know, in fact, it's better if you ragdoll because if you like fall and like fall some crazy way, I guess all the other skaters are gonna think it's cool or whatever. Um, but that's fucking dumb. Like, it's dumb mainly because if this were really a drug, there would be skaters out there who are so straight edge that they wouldn't take it, even if it made them skate. There's some skaters who like skate like their whole point is to skate and be straight edge. Like that's like their whole fucking point. So they wouldn't even take the drug, which is why it's really dumb that like you don't have the option to not take it or not. Like to like you should be able to pop that shit like a first aid or something, like like a stim or something. Like mainly because also like a big part of the previous game was the Hall of Meat, where it has it in here where you have to fall on purpose. But in the previous games, you would fall on purpose and it would do this whole animation where it would show you which fucking bones you broke, and it funniest things in the world, bro. Like trying to break obscure bones in your body. Like that was hilarious and it was so much fun, but they completely got rid of it and they tried to give it to us by giving us the falling game mode, but they took the actual fun out of it because of this whole oh when you fall you don't get hurt because you're rubber bullshit. Like look, he just fucking he just flails. Like they took all the fun out of it. Like the soul is just gone, and it's because they're just not like they're just not trying to offend anybody, or they're not trying to promote breaking bones, and it's like bro, you're ruining skate culture. You're just ruining fucking skate culture. But so yeah, so the fucking character just ragdolls. Where in all honesty, if you play like things like Sessions or other skate games, when the fucking character falls, like he tries to break his own fall. He doesn't ragdoll. It's like they use mocap of real skaters falling to show you what a real skater would do, and it's he would try to protect his body and not just fucking flail out and die. You know, that's what he would do. And for us to be waiting 10 years for this, and it doesn't even have that. It's like imagine how much if like when your character like he would like collect himself and stuff like he does like in certain instances. Like I think if I like skate toward this right here, he might, depending on how fast I go. See, no, like no, that just looked dumb. It looked stupid. It didn't look realistic. It took all the fun and atmosphere out of the game. Like, you know, no. Like so yeah. Like that's why I said what I said. And if you play any of the skate games, you know exactly what I'm talking about. There is no soul in this game. Like they took a mobile version, they created a mobile version. The people wanted a new skate game. They created the most user-friendly PC mobile version of that they could. Something where they thought that skate mechanics, make the skate mechanics amazing, give you a sandbox with the illusion of missions and progression, and you will just blindly fall into that loop, that grind loop in that system, and along the way you will start to use real money to either buy the new locations or to buy the cosmetics through microtransactions. Like that's the whole point. That's the whole purpose, is to get you to buy things through microtransactions. That's why there's no soul here, because they want everyone to be able to come to this game and play it. Whether you're in skate culture or not, they want you to feel comfortable playing this game so that they can monetize the largest demographic alive. And that's why this game is the way that it is. And that's why that I say that it sucks. Because if you understand the words that I'm saying and you understand that this game wasn't meant to give you the continuation of the skate franchise. It wasn't made to give you a worthwhile skating video game experience. It was created to get you to go to their in-game store. That's why it was created. And that fucking sucks. So yeah, that is going to be my TikTok video. I'm going to try to put it all together in one so I can just clarify that and people can understand where I'm coming from. Enjoy playing it. That's amazing. I want you to keep playing. If you're a developer for this game, bro, and you find this video somehow, add apartments to the game. I know it sounds crazy, but add apartments. Add a local like area that I can invite people to, that I can control, and everyone gets one, like a starter one that you can build off of, like build a skate park in the backup, and then add bigger ones that you can like one or two in-game through mission progressions, ones that you could also buy. Like give us the option to buy like a mansion, and inside of those apartments give us like you know, appliances and utilities to play around with, like little mini games, like a guitar mini game, or you know, like a gaming system in the game where you could play like Tetris or some stupid shit, like just stuff like that. Just little things to give you something else to do, something else to flaunt, something else to show, so that people could have an excuse to just sit in your game and not even skate, just sit in your game and like have fun with your friends. Like make this game a social hub where you also have this amazing skate mechanic where you can just skate and do the craziest skate tricks you ever wanted to do. So yeah, I hope that all makes sense. And also consider allowing people to drive. Like I know that sounds crazy too. See, look, it isn't like, bro. Okay, I know it sounds crazy, but consider allowing people to drive too. That sounds nuts, but consider it. Also, like drive or a moped or something. And see, here we go. So here's the fucking new skate arena that they created. And you need this premium pro pass that you have to play for or pay for with real money to even enter it. And one of the main things, one of the main selling points for this game that they said in their marketing was, we are not going to put any new skate arenas or maps behind a paywall. And it's so funny because no one asked them to say that. They just said that shit. Like they just said that shit, bro. And here we are. This is now the second skate arena or map that is behind a paywall. And it's because no one's going into that store because everyone sees there's no fucking point. So they gotta get their money. So they're gonna, you know, go back on their word, and now we gotta pay for the maps and arenas. So look, I mean, I don't even know what else I could say at this point. Like anyone who I think anyone who says that like they love this game or whatever the case may be, they've never played the original skate games, or they've fallen into the loop and it works for them, you know? I mean, maybe they have found some social kind of experience within the game. I haven't. And if I'm not mistaken, you can't even do voice chat unless you're in like a party. So like if I'm skating past someone, I don't hear them. So there's like no way for me to really interact with them unless like they have like this very bare bones chat system where I can like send predetermined messages like, hey, hi, what's up, game of skate, like things like that. And then I guess from there you can invite people to a party and then you can hear their voice, and then by party it just activates voice chat, and I think you can have up to 4 people, I think, and you'll be able to hear each app is how it works. But That's not a social system, in my opinion. Like, that's a way for you and your friends to go into the game of skate and enjoy this world together, yes. But that's not really what I'm talking about. And it's also not a way to, like, meet new people, you know? I don't know. I think they dropped the ball a lot on this, and they should really focus on turning this game into like a social wonderland. Because I mean, it looks like a sim, like, and there's a lot of things already in it, like with the emotes and stuff. Like, clearly they're trying to put that social aspect in it, but they just need to go a little bit further and really make it so, like, hey, I can just go on this game and just hang out with my friends and never actually touch the skate mechanics. Like, there's so much more for me to do that I don't even have to actually skate. Like, of course I'm going to skate because that's the whole point, but or one of the whole points, but I don't have to. Like in Grand Theft Auto, I guess one of the points is, like, to do the missions, but you don't have to. Like, there's 1,000 other things you can do for so long because they created a social hub, a social space, and you can invite people back to your apartment or your house and sit in there and just fucking talk to them. Like, it gives you a reason. Like, sometimes you're tired and shooting people. Sometimes you want to just sit on a couch and watch the fake TV show that they created. Gaming is so much more than the bare bones mechanics of the game type that you're playing. Like, racing games are so much more than racing. Like, yes, the racing mechanics have to be top tier A1, but that should be expected. That should be fucking expected. Like, what do you mean your shooter has good shooting mechanics? Duh. If it doesn't have good shooting mechanics, granted, like, sometimes that could be the charm, right? Like, Daisy might not have the best shooting mechanics, but it has a lot of charm. Damn, that hurt. All right. I don't know if I want to keep streaming this or what. Probably not. I think what time is it? It's mad early. I am. It's like 7 a.m. So I'm probably going to make this video and put this video out, or this clip. What is what? These are like, these missions rotate. Like, they change. But what is there to do? And then I got all these places max level, and this has been locked since pre-alpha. Like, this has been locked since forever. And what's this? Oh, this is how much is the premium pass? Let's see, how much is it? So I would need 1,000 of those things. I have 800 because they gave me 800. So it would cost me about $10 for that. If I got it right now, though, I don't have to pay $4 or $5. Um, I'm not going to get it. Don't worry. But I also wanted to see, because I can get those in game. But how do I get those in game again? I think through this book thing. But that one, nor that one. I like that little sound. That's cool. Don't get me wrong. Cool. Like, they're nice. Like, this hat's cool. Like, it's Vans. It's awesome. You know what I mean? And this one doesn't cost real money, so it's great. Like, I don't want the game to not have microtransactions or not have name brand items or anything. Like, oh, you can get tattoos now. Look at that. Or not have name brand items. I don't. I'm not saying that. I just don't want that to be the whole point. Like, I want this to be an addition to this amazing narrative or this amazing social hub that you've created. Right now, the most in-depth thing about the game are the microtransactions and, like, the cosmetics. And it's like, it's not a game. Like, that's like a money generator. And it's not generating money for me. Like, it's fucking generating money for whoever who made this. And that's all fine and dandy, but you, please. Especially if this is like the fourth installment in a franchise that we've been waiting for a decade. Like, um, I think maybe from tasks. Do tasks give me those things, or is it the actual missions that do it? I guess it's the actual missions. I know there's a way to unlock those things so I can use them, but no, I'm not seeing any. Maybe that's why I only have 800. Or maybe they gave me 800 since I am part of, like, the pre-alpha and everything. That's possible. I think that is what that is, because I don't see any way to get those. You know, obviously $4 isn't that bad, but or at least for me, it's just the principle of it though. You know, like this is just another place to skate in. I mean, what about everything else that I need from you guys? So yeah, I don't think there's a way to get those outside of buying those purple tickets. I don't think. It doesn't seem like there is. I think there was originally, and then they changed it. Because they changed the currency system in this game after it was released. Originally, like there was no blue, whatever those blue things are. There were none of those originally. All right. I like the impossible. I'm really happy they added that. It feels great doing it too, for the most part. And the no comply do, but that feels great. There it is. Feels great doing that as well. They even got the dark catches and dark grinds now, which they didn't have originally, but they have it now. As far as skating is miss skate tricks. Oh, I hit the wrong button. I think the only thing missing is no, but they added that the different variations of invert grabs. I think they added those though. How do I? Oh yeah, there it is. I think they added. I don't think there's any tricks missing as of right now. I don't think. I don't think. If there is, I can't think of it. Like this game is literally made for content creators. If you're gonna sit here and create your own skate parts and create, like this game is perfect for that. Like it really. But if you're just trying to like play a skate game and get some type of narrative out of it or progress in some type of way, you know, through whatever system has been created, like that's not here. Like, there's an illusion of that, but it's not really there. But damn, that feels good. Like what? That feels great. Damn. Like, bro, imagine if he broke his tibia and then they gave me like a whole in-game animation showing that he broke his tibia. Just now doing that, or his collarbone or something. Like literally 30 minutes in this game is pretty boring after that for me. Also, like, oh, the points are down at the left. They should like add like sound effects and shit. Like turn this shit into a slot machine, guys. Go for it, bro. Like this should be sound effects and lights and everything anytime I do a trick. Ooh, where was I going with that one? I also like how you can change the camera style, like with a push of a button. That's helpful. Oh, oh. All right, man. I can't keep doing this. I'm just look. I'm just jumping around for no reason. Um. What should I play? I guess I'll play Call of Duty. I gotta change the title of the stream though. If I'm gonna keep going with this stream. Actually, no. I'm gonna end this stream and start a new one so that I don't have to pull clips from like a 4-hour stream.